Hey YouTubers, I just wanted to do a quick video on a new channel. I have another channel, but I'm not going to tell you guys what that is because this is going to be an unedited video. I can't even speak apparently today. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys what I feel happens after we die. I one day will get my words out. So, there's been a lot of upset in the family lately, people getting ill, and my friend's brother also passed away recently, and it's leading me on to doing a video knowing about his death, because I really am interested in what happens after death. Now, don't get me wrong, I cried, obviously. I am upset when people die, but I also do feel like, oh, sorry, there's a spot there. Oh, that's grim, that's grim. I do feel like there is something after death. Now, I don't believe anymore in a stereotypical heaven and hell. I don't believe in that. Now, if you guys want to click off because I don't believe in that anymore, you can, but let me just tell you my view. When you die, your body disintegrates. No matter who you are, it will rot, things will eat you, insects will eat you. Nobody knows where consciousness lies, right? But we completely go. We get eaten by animals, we can burn, like people burn you if you want to be burnt, or you can be underground, like, you know, be buried. Now tell me what happens to the people that get burnt. Their heart stops. Obviously they've stopped before they get burnt, but obviously there's no life in their brains when they get burnt. They're just ash. And tell me what ash is. Like, you look at ash, right? It's just something fire makes, yeah? No matter who it was that was burnt, it's memory, obviously, and I don't say don't keep ash in your house, because obviously that's nice to remember who they were and things like that, but ash is just from the earth. It's just something the fire creates, right? Sorry, that spot's really bugging me. So moving on from that, so we've just sussed out that our bodies disintegrate, our bodies turn into absolutely nothing. So how will we feel pain? Because we have a body, if you touch there, you can feel it, because our brain tells us that we're touching there. You might not even know that, but it's our pain receptors that go back to this, yeah? When this is gone, when it's literally gone, nothing's there anymore. Tell me, how are we going to feel that? How are we going to feel pain? How are we going to cry if we have no eyes? How are we going to feel sad? We feel sad because of our thoughts, and they make our bodies feel sad. We feel pain because, you know, you hurt yourself or whatever. You feel angry because obviously this brain of ours makes us think about things that can make us angry, happy, anxious, depressed, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. So how on earth, when we die, unless, now this is what brings me on to it, unless we get reincarnated, that's the only other way that you will have any kind of emotion. Everything else is like, I believe that when we die, it's complete tranquility. It's just feeling whole. You know, we die and we're just part of the earth. We don't feel pain. We'll probably have new senses, and it'll probably be a wider sense range as well. Like, you know, if we're dust scatters. We'll probably be able to sense all what's around us, but not feel it. Because when we do this, we can feel it. And when we cry, we cry. Water comes out of our eyes, we cry. When we get angry, we feel that anger burning up inside us, and we just want to, And then when we feel happy, you know, when we die, we don't feel anything because we don't have this body, unless we have another body. or something else to attach to, which I believe is going to be the earth. We will probably end up just being a part of the earth, which will make us feel whole. There, calm. You'll feel no nothing, and I know we can't imagine what feeling no nothing would feel like, because it won't be feeling like this, and it won't be crying, and it won't be anger or pain or nothing. It will just be a feeling of exist. You'll know you exist. Like, there'll be a realm, you know, and we will sense. I say we will think we exist. We won't think we exist. We will sense. There'll be no thoughts. Yeah, we'll just know, and it'll be calm, and there'll be nothing. There'll be no sense of time. You know when you get bored, yeah, and you see the clock ticking down, and you know there'll be no sense of time, no sense of darkness, no sense of light, no sense of hearing, seeing, you know. There'll be none of that. It will just be, you will exist. That you'll sense. Now I say sense because we have 5 senses, right, or whatever it is. Yeah, we've got eyes, ears, nose, mouth, touch, you know, taste, that kind of stuff. But when we die, there'll be new senses. We won't feel anything because we'll have no body unless we get reincarnated. You know when you say, oh, your soul goes up to heaven, and then I'm not disregarding that because I don't know. I'm not saying I know because I don't know. I'm just saying my views at the moment. When we die, we feel no pain, no anger, no nothing. We just feel a sense of being whole, just being here. So if, say, people that believe go to heaven, which I did believe, and I'm not too sure 100%, still pray because it makes me feel good and makes me feel like something's there, which I don't know if there is or isn't, I just don't know anymore. But when, say, you think we go to heaven, well, the only way we'll be able to go to heaven, and I don't think the soul comes from in here. No, I don't think that. I think that the soul comes from in your head. And unless saying that the soul comes from in the head and you say that we're going to go to heaven, right, would mean that we'd have to have, you know, this can't go through our heads. We'd have to disintegrate enough to make the cells in our heads be able to fly, if you like, if that's what you believe. Or, you know, God comes and puts a new body and a new mind, which is what it says in the Bible, you know, around us. But the thing is, if you're burnt and you burn, and because personally I don't want to rot, I don't want animals eating this body. I know I won't have no sense of who I am or nothing, but just to reassure me whilst I'm living, I just want to be burnt. I don't want to, you know. So that must mean that I'm not going to get a new body, new mind? Maybe, I don't know. But I don't think that that's true. I think that everyone just rots, disintegrates, and their cells die, and they're just, you see movies of skeletons just in the ground that will probably just, they will eventually go, or maybe not, I don't know. But the thing is, you'll have no nerves, nothing, there'll just be nothing. But you will, like I say, have a sense. But it will be no emotion, there'll be new senses. You'll get used to it. It will be completely new dimension, and it will be beautiful, but you won't be able to see with your eyes. You might be able to see with something else. Maybe just having like a feeling of what everything is around us, and like even expansion, you know, maybe even knowing what's happening quite far away, you know. But I'm not saying I know, because I don't know. I don't know if God exists anymore. I pray, sometimes it comes true. But at the moment, shit things keep happening to everyone I know, to me, to everyone I know. And it just makes me feel like, it just makes me wonder what actually happens when we die. What is after death? And to be honest, I just believe that our cells die, we just die, our bodies completely disintegrate into the ground. We, like, whatever happens, we're not going to be here. This body of ours is not going to be here. You're never going to see this again when you die, you know. You'll never see it. You might be able to sense it, maybe. You'll be able to sense where you are, probably. I say probably because I don't actually know, but I feel like you'll be able to sense everything going on around you, but it would not be through touch or hearing or vision or tasting or nothing like that. It would just be, you know, you won't be able to smell or nothing like that. It will just be, because you'll have no nose, you'll just have other sense, you'll get used to other senses, and so that's what I believe happens, and I do believe that we'll be in peace. There'll be no feeling. The only physical way that we could ever move on is if our brain cells don't die out, because that's what keeps our whole head alive, you know, that's what keeps everything alive, is that our brain cells, when they completely die, which they do die, science has proved that they die, you'll have no way of thinking, you'll have no way of, you may have a sense, that's what I'm saying, sense, you'll have a sense, but I don't feel like you'll be able to feel anything or hear anything or nothing like that, because your cells have died, you won't be able to think, you know, there'll be no memory, you have no, you know, so, like I say, I don't know what happens, I don't want to hate on this video, I just feel like that's what happens when you die. Your body disintegrates, your cells die, and you just end up with new senses, whether that's being attached to a new body or just being surrounded by the earth and not feeling any pain, no anger, no nothing, just sensing where you are. You know, you're like eternal something, you know, you're something, you're not going to just die out, you're never going to just die out. Even the Bible says that, if you go to heaven or hell, you don't just completely die out. It says somewhere in the Bible that people sleep, and I think that's until Jesus comes back and awakens us. But I feel like that's nice to think about, because when you die, and say if you don't feel anything, hear anything, nothing like that, you won't be able to think anyway. But imagine if you know, you could think, imagine that, at least you'd think, well, this won't be forever because Jesus is going to come back. So I see that that's a nice thing to kind of go to the grave with, you know, knowing, or at least believing that God's going to come back and that. But really, I just think it's going to be just not being able, the only thing we'll be able to do is sense, and maybe get new senses, and that's it really. We all become connected, you know. Everyone dead. I don't feel like everyone alive, because they're attached to a body, but as soon as they get out that body, yeah, and the body dies, and it's, you know, gone, that's when we'll become connected to them. Do you see what I'm saying? It's going to be, we're all connected, basically. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this video, and if you found this video interesting or even didn't like it, then just let me know why. Just say, didn't like this video because I believe in this or I believe in that. You're entitled to believe whatever you believe. I still believe in God, but not as much as I used to, because there is a big part of me questioning it all at the moment, but that I'm never going to disregard God. If he ever, you know, if I ever get judged on Judgment Day or whatever, he can bring this up, and obviously when I see him with my own eyes, I'm going to be, you know, but I won't have any eyes, you know, unless he gives me new ones. And it says that he gives us a new mind, new body, which means he erases all our memories. So if he does judge us on Judgment Day, we won't even be able to defend ourselves, would we? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if we could, because I don't know. Just looking for answers at the moment, because a lot of things are going on at the moment. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I hope that you liked this video. And if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment below with whatever you want to comment below with. Share this video if you found it interesting, and I will see you next video if you like this video, because if you guys don't like this channel, then I probably won't post another video on it. So okay, guys.